Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny died February 16 in a Russian minimum security prison.
From Jakarta, Indonesia.
The loss of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny drove caught Panama Canal traffic. Kenyan company saving marketing costs by using artificial intelligence.
MLINE Public Updates powered by VOA, Voice of America.
Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny died February 16 in a Russian minimum security prison. He was Russian President Vladimir Putin's most prominent critic and political opponent, as well as the nation's foremost anti-corruption.
In a Russian prison. And the fixation and fear of one man only underscores the weakness and rot at the heart of the system that Putin has built.
What has happened to Navalny is yet more proof of Putin's brutality. Putin does not only target his citizens of other countries, as we've seen what's going on in Ukraine right now, he also inflicts terrible crimes on his own people. He knew it was the cause worth fighting for, and obviously even dying for.
The Panama Canal is one of the world's most important trade routes, where linking shipping between Pacific and Atlantic Ocean for more than 100 years. The traffic now is slowing down by the drought weather.
The Panama Canal works because local fresh water fills the locks between the oceans. As one of the world's rainiest countries, ample fresh water is not usually a problem in Panama. But below average rainfall caused by the El Niño climate pattern is limiting the number of ships in the canal for the first time in its history. Canal meteorologist Gloria Arocha says passages were cut from 36 a day last August to 22 in November.
November had a deficit, but it was not as bad as we thought. So we increased the amount of transits per day to 24 in January. And that's what the restriction is right now. We'll have to wait until April, May, and the first rainfalls before we decide if we change that into a larger number or a lower number.
Authorities estimate that low water levels reducing ship traffic could cost Panama as much as $200 million in lost revenue compared with the previous year. That drop is also being felt locally. Ray Sanchez owns a scuba shop on the Caribbean coast. He says business is down at least 50%.
Out here, I have almost any traffic from the cruise ships, for example, that they stop. I have maybe one or two people that will contact me for diving purposes, unlike it was before. Before we get, 3 to 4 a year groups of, 5 to 6 people that would come and come dive. Not anymore.
U.S. businesses are the biggest users of the canal, with 73% of its traffic moving either to or from the United States. Washington is working closely with Panamanian authorities to help, says U.S. Embassy Counselor of Economic Affairs, Vicky LeMay.
One example is the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is working with the Panama Canal Authority on some of their medium and longer term infrastructure planning and water management issues. We're also helping find ways to attract more U.S. investment to the canal and to Panama. And hopefully that will spur the kind of innovation and investment in new technologies that will help them mitigate and adapt to climate change.
Canal authorities are planning a new reservoir to maintain water levels at least through 2075, says Panama Canal Deputy Administrator Ilya Marota.
We'll definitely continue looking at other options, other alternatives of saving water and so forth, because, we got to remain a vital route for forever. Panama Canal has proven how important it is in over 100 years, and we see that this year our clients really, really want to come by. We just don't have enough space for everybody.
As part of getting back to full capacity, authorities this year appointed the Panama Canal's first chief sustainability officer to create a more robust strategy to address climate change and make canal operations carbon neutral by 2030. Genia Dulo, VOA News at the Panama Canal.
With the coming of artificial intelligence, Kenyan companies and businesses have been quick to incorporate computer-controlled robots for various tasks to save time and cost.
With the coming of artificial intelligence, Kenyan companies and businesses have been quick to incorporate computer-controlled robots for various tasks to save time and cost. Kartasi Products, one of the biggest publishing companies based in Nairobi, is among those embracing AI technology. Instead of relying on outside artists, the company now uses AI to handle book covers, texting and layout, and has cut product design time by 2/3 from approximately 3 months to 1.
Because everything is within your fingertips. So you find that you don't only save on time, but also you save on cost, because you don't have to hire out any services. So at the moment we are saving, the cost savings that we are getting from AI, it is translated into the final product.
David Karega, the head of East and Southern Africa at Woodrow, a communications firm, says AI helps companies reach out to their customers.
With AI, where organizations, institutions, and companies are starting to look at AI in the sense of, how can it help me in this moment where my budgets are cut to still continue doing, effective communications. And what I've observed is AI becoming a kind of a value creator, and you can look at it being a value creator both from an agency perspective and from a client perspective, or the company.
The adoption of AI is creating fear among artists and advertising agencies that revenue and jobs will continue to shrink. Simon Mwanzia, creative chief for one such agency, the Arts Group, acknowledges the trend and the cost benefits, though he thinks companies will be better off relying on professionals to handle their advertising.
All the design work is done in-house, so that means that's less revenue for the agency. So we'll definitely take a hit. But we do not foresee a situation where companies do that, because we always emphasize and also try to advocate for that. People need to focus on their key strengths.
Currently, AI programs used in advertising often create deformed creatures and worldly scenes that require many hours to edit. However, the World Advertising Research Center says spending by Africa's advertising sector fell by 11.6% last year, an indication of the likely increased use of AI. Mohammed Yusuf, VOA News, Nairobi.
The Voice of America, VOA.
My name is mirzawardana, inviting you also to visit my Instagram account at mirza_wardana, where you can go and click and shop directly with the link presented on the story or on the profile. Until next time on MLINE Top 3 Updates powered by VOA, Voice of America.